Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 8 sets up one character's unexpected exit from the Starship Enterprise. Directed by Jordan Canning and written by Dana Horgan and Henry Alonso Myers, Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 8. 4.5 Vulcans is a Vulcan farce that turns Captain Christopher Pike and some of his crew into Vulcans. After Pike turns fully Vulcan, the now logical and towering-haired captain of the Enterprise still fulfills his promise to his girlfriend, Captain Marie Bitel. Marie needs Chris's help to whip up a gourmet dinner to impress her old boss at Starfleet's Judiciary Division, Vice Admiral Pasok. Captain Bitel's dinner turns out as expected. The rudeness of the two Vulcans is more than she can handle, and Marie explodes, kicking them both out of the quarters she shares with Captain Pike. Bitel never expected losing her temper would become how she will finally leave the Starship Enterprise. At the end of Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 8, Captain Bitel gets an unexpected transmission. Vice Admiral Pasok offered Bitel his position as Judge Advocate General when he retires because he was impressed with her conviction. He shocked Marie accepted, and Strange New Worlds opened the door to what's next for the former captain of the USS Cayuga. Before surviving her Gorn infection and the destruction of the USS Cayuga, Marie Bitel balanced two careers, Starship Captain and legal representative for Starfleet's JAG office. Bitel was chosen as Starfleet's prosecutor during LT, Commander Una Chin Riley's trial in Star Trek Strange New World Season 2, Episode 2, Ad Astra per Aspera. Since Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 premiere, Captain Bitel has lived on the USS Enterprise with Pike. Marie receives treatment for her Gorn infection from Dr. Joseph Mabenga after Bitel chose to become a human-Gorn hybrid to save her life. However, Captain Bitel can't stay on the Starship Enterprise indefinitely. Marie was offered a commission to command another starship, but decided to resume her legal career instead. Strange New Worlds just gave Captain Bitel an exit strategy, and becoming Starfleet's JAG wasn't what audiences would have expected. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 only has 2 episodes left. Presumably, Captain Bitel will leave the Starship Enterprise before Season 3's end, although she could also remain aboard since Marie won't become Starfleet's new Judge Advocate General until Vice Admiral Pasok retires. A more prevalent issue for Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 to resolve is what, exactly, Captain Bitel is becoming as a Gorn and human hybrid. Bitel became unlike herself and displayed superhuman strength and ferocity when she faced the Vesta in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 5, Through the Lens of Time. How Captain Pike feels about Marie having an exit plan from the Starship Enterprise is also something Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3 will need to resolve. But after spending all of Season 3 aboard Pike's ship, it's about time for Captain Bitel to move on to her next phase. Star Trek Strange New Worlds has built a reputation for surprising even the most seasoned Trek fans. While its serialized yet episodic balance has allowed new stories to flourish, it has also opened the door for bold creative risks, including the possibility of an unexpected departure of a major character. Season after season, the show has carefully placed seeds, subtle character arcs, and foreshadowing moments that suggest a shocking exit may already be on the horizon. And the most compelling part? The character in question might not be the one fans expect. Strange New Worlds thrives on the idea that Starfleet officers are bound by duty, but also shaped by destiny. From the moment Captain Christopher Pike Anson Mount saw his tragic future on Discovery, the show has leaned into the inevitability of fate. Unlike other Trek series, Strange New Worlds doesn't shy away from foreshadowing. Instead, it embraces it, weaving dramatic irony through the narrative. Pike's fate is the most obvious example. Fans know he will one day suffer a devastating accident that confines him to a beeping chair, unable to command again. But Pike isn't the only one with destiny looming. Spock, Uhura, and even James T. Kirk's future are part of canon, and Strange New Worlds has been careful to honor those timelines. That leaves the newer characters, original to this series, as the most vulnerable to unexpected exits. From her very first appearance, Lon Noonien Singh Christina Chong has carried the weight of tragedy. As a descendant of Khan Noonien Singh, one of Star Trek's most infamous villains, she embodies the franchise's most dangerous genetic legacy. The writers leaned heavily into this from day one, presenting her as both a survivor and an outsider. Her family history makes her mistrusted by some, while her personal trauma, a childhood scarred by the Gorn, fuels her drive as a security officer. But the series has also subtly suggested that Lon's story is not one that can end quietly. In many ways, she represents the embodiment of two great Star Trek legacies, the Eugenics Wars and the Gorn threat. Both arcs are too big to leave unresolved, and Lon stands at the center of them. That narrative gravity suggests her eventual exit could come not from a casual decision to transfer ships, but through a dramatic confrontation that ties her story threads together. Season 2 deepened the mystery of Lon's fate with the time travel storyline that paired her with James T. Kirk. Their adventure revealed an alternate timeline where Lon and Kirk shared an undeniable bond. For the first time, fans saw her soften, allowing herself a taste of love and happiness, only for it to be ripped away when she restored the timeline. That heartbreak wasn't just character development. It felt like foreshadowing. Star Trek has always been careful about who is allowed a lasting romance and who must sacrifice love for duty. Lon's relationship with Kirk, brief and doomed, mirrors the pattern of tragic arcs often given to characters destined for a dramatic send-off. In short, Strange New Worlds has already set her up as a tragic figure, and those stories rarely end with quiet goodbyes. The Gorn have been reimagined in Strange New Worlds as terrifying predators, more in line with horror villains than the rubber-suited antagonists of the original series. And no character has been more personally tied to them than Lon. Her backstory revealed that her family was slaughtered by the Gorn, leaving her as a traumatized survivor. Since then, the show has made it clear that her connection to the Gorn is not finished. In fact, every major Gorn episode has had Lon front and center, her trauma shaping her decisions and strategies. Season 2's finale escalated this even further, turning the Gorn into a galactic-level threat while highlighting Lon's emotional struggle to face them. This sets up a chilling possibility. Lon's eventual exit may come during a final confrontation with the Gorn, one that forces her to make the ultimate sacrifice. Star Trek loves symmetry, and her story, beginning with the loss of her family to the Gorn, could very well end with her giving her life to stop them once and for all. When considering who might leave Strange New Worlds, several names come up. Pike's fate is fixed, Spock's future is legendary, Uhura and Chapel have long-established paths, and Ortegas, though beloved, serves a lighter role on the bridge. But Lon stands apart. She is both integral to the current narrative and yet free from the constraints of canon. Strange New Worlds can shape her destiny without fear of contradicting established history. That makes her the perfect candidate for an unexpected, shocking exit. And unlike Pike, whose future fans already know, Lon's potential death or departure would come as a genuine surprise, maximizing emotional impact. If Strange New Worlds were to remove Lon, the ripple effect across the crew would be immense. Pike, who has shown a quiet trust in her, would lose one of his most capable officers. Spock, who understands her sense of isolation, would feel the loss of a kindred spirit. Most poignantly, Uhura, who has grown close to Lon through shared struggles, would be deeply shaken. But the greatest impact would be on the audience. Lon has become a fan favorite precisely because she embodies complexity, strong yet vulnerable, closed off yet yearning for connection. Her tragic arc resonates, and her death, or even a non-fatal but permanent departure, would hit viewers harder than almost any other characters. Of course, not every exit needs to be a death. Star Trek has a history of giving characters bittersweet departures that honor their arcs. Lon could, for example, leave Starfleet to pursue a personal quest, perhaps connected to the descendants of Khan, or to preventing future Gorn attacks. This would still deliver an emotional punch while leaving the door open for her return. Another possibility is that Lon could take command elsewhere. Strange New Worlds has shown her growing leadership skills, and giving her a captain's chair of her own would both honor her journey and create opportunities for future crossovers. Still, given the heavy tragedy baked into her character, the most likely and most narratively satisfying outcome is a heroic sacrifice. Strange New Worlds has proven time and again that it's unafraid to balance joy with heartbreak. By weaving Lon Noonien Singh's tragic backstory, doomed romance, and ongoing war with the Gorn into the fabric of the series, the writers may already have set the stage for her unexpected exit. It may not happen in Season 3 or even in Season 4, but the groundwork is there. And when the time comes, Lon's departure, whether through sacrifice, destiny, or a bittersweet choice, will undoubtedly stand as one of the most powerful moments in the series. Because in Star Trek, goodbyes are never just endings. They're legacies. And Lon Noonien Singh's legacy may be one of the most unforgettable yet. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.